welcome party now.
Yes. And if you can, turn your cameras on so we can see
Yes, yes,
everyone.
please.
Yo, Caleb, the road trip goat. What's up, dude?
Hey,
Oh, we got people from all over. Jennifer, let us know when
Nice,
the next
nice.
batch is coming in.
For sure, for sure. Ooh, Kansas City. Welcome.
California.
Yeah, I got some Cali people.
There's one other person admitted. Welcome.
Welcome!
Yeah.
Yo,
let's
another
go.
person.
Gosh.
Welcome to Arash. For all of you just joining, share your name and city in the chat. We're excited to hear where y'all are attending from.
Birthday girl Benisha Major is joining from Toronto.
Oh, happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Thank you,
تولد
everyone.
تولد تولدت مبارک 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 تولدت مبارک. Happy birthday.
Wonderful. Welcome to Sean Gustafsby.
Oh, welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
Yes, Chase, love seeing your video. Good on you. Sharon, Delnaz, Khorshid, Ramtin, yes. Arash, thank you. More people with their videos on, please. We'd love to see you.
Love to see all your beautiful faces.
I know. All right, in 1 minute, I think we'll get started.
Can we turn the recording on?
Yes, it's recording.
Oh, thanks.
Can we maybe look at everyone's face before we like go in and stop sharing if possible? Let's try and get as many cameras on if we can. See if we can fill out one page.
Wait, do we
Yeah,
get to post for a picture, Kimia, or what?
we should. We should.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go.
Thank you for warning us. Thank you. Okay. Whoever's taking it, I'm ready. Can someone
Anybody
take
Fravash, take it,
else?
bro. Fravash, take it. Take it, bro. Take
Rabash?
it.
You're the one that usually takes
Guys,
it.
I'm gonna take it on my phone, okay?
Let's see if I can get some ZYNA in here.
Everybody
Wait,
with your
three,
cameras
three,
on?
three more cameras on. We want three more cameras on to fill the screen.
Please, please.
Okay.
Turn on your cameras.
Someone turn the camera off.
Okay.
Okay. We'll take it.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2.
Hold it. I'm doing another
Okay,
screenshot.
good. Thank you.
Okay.
Wonderful.
We haven't had a ZYNA Zoom call this big in a long time, so it's a big deal.
I know it's really good.
Yeah.
But like there's people on the other page that also have their videos on. I don't know why they're not like here, but we have a lot of people with videos on. So appreciate you guys.
I think this is like every single Zoroastrian youth in this call right now. Well done, everyone. This is all
That'd
of
be
us.
really unfortunate if that was true, Bijan.
Our next call, our goal is 500, right?
That's right.
500.
Exactly. We need the big Zoom link for next year.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for turning on your cameras. I appreciate you guys. I think it's good to get started. So I want to welcome you all to our ZYNA annual update this year. We're so excited to have you here. Hopefully, we can share some of our personality with you, catch up with what we're doing, and give you a sneak peek of what's coming and make it so enticing that you want to be as involved as possible. Let's see what we can do. So, ZYNA stands for the Zoroastrian Youth of North America, and we are a part of FEZANA, which is a national across America and Canada federation. And it has 27 associations, and we currently have 15 dairemes. We have the newest one that was just built in Ohio. So we have, just in the last 12 months, in person visited 13 of the in-person dairemes, which is so exciting as part of ZYNA. So we're really boots on the ground connecting with everyone out there as much as we can. And this is just the beginning of more great things to come. So I wanted to say hello. I'm Kimia Shahzadi, one of the ZYNA coaches, along with Fravash Chathia and Anahiz Kabari, which they're going to speak in a moment. I'm so excited to introduce them. Fravash, take it away.
Hey guys, I'm Prabhash, newly appointed ZYNA co-chair. I live here in Toronto. I'm an active member of my community in Toronto, Zoroastrian community. It's really nice to I just joined a few months ago, and it's nice to wrap my head around what FEZANA is and what our youth are wanting to do. Since it's North American scale, we meet a lot on Zoom more than we meet in person. We meet once a week or twice a week, and personally, chatting with the team is my favorite part of ZYNA, all cool projects aside. And thank you guys for coming today to see what's going on. And I'm excited to see where we can go in the next few months and few years. Thanks. Anahiz.
Thanks, Ravish. Hi, everyone. My name is Anahiz Karbari. I'm from Toronto, currently in Vancouver. So ZYNA has been a really long PST to EST journey for me. I joined back in 2021 alongside Kimia, and it's been a really fun ride ever since. And I'm really excited to get to know all of you and see where we can take this. We see a lot of diversity in the chat today, but now we want to get to know a little bit more about all of you through a little Zoroastrian this or that. So you can just plug away in the chat really quick. We'll start it off easy. Chai or coffee? Oh, wow.
Man, we get a lot of coffee lovers in the chat.
More people joining.
I think I like coffee too much, so I'm not sure if I should put it.
Anyone having some right now? Yes, Teraza. Indian filter coffee.
I wrote coffee, but I'm drinking chai.
We've
Okay,
got
another.
There's a mixture you can do, coffee and chai. We call it mara mari.
Oh, dear.
Next one's kind of more related to ZYNA. If you're a part of a committee, would you be interested in planning socials or planning comms?
Ooh.
Wait, Anahiz, what's comms exactly?
Yeah.
Just explain what's comms.
You'll find out soon.
Okay.
Communications and outreach. So making posts, graphics, social media.
Okay. So we got some good mix of socials and comms right now.
Interesting.
Oh no, I think comms is our overpowering socials.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's exciting.
It is exciting.
Wow. Okay. Now, next one. Teamwork. Would you rather collaborate with new friends in ZYNA or get your longtime friends on board on ZYNA?
It's a hard question. So wait, what's the two answers we write in? Old friends and new friends?
Yeah, basically.
I like Ramteen's answer. Okay.
Good answer. You can do both.
I like typing.
Ramtin, you're
I'm
Ramtin, you're
actually
a
laughing.
trendsetter, dude. Trendsetter. Everybody writing both now.
Now, a really important one. Dansak or Kubide?
Oh no. Tough choices, everyone.
This is when my exclamation marks come out.
Kubide in
Kubide in
Dansak.
Dansak. Interesting combo. A lot of Dansak lovers in the chat.
Okay, great. Now Fravash is gonna take it away with the agenda for today.
Thanks, Anais. So there's a lot to learn about ZYNA. There's like a lot of different like moving parts and stuff. So it's something for us youth to like enjoy and learn about our religion, give back to the Zoroastrian and like the greater community, like young and old. It's not like one or the other. So like feel free to ask questions in the chat when we're like presenting. If we need a breather, we can take a breather too. And I feel like it's really important that all of us youth from North America stay in the loop of things like, okay, when is the next Congress? Like, what are the online events? Like, if there's like scholarships that are offered, like, everyone should know about them. And there's so much more, like, I hope you guys can learn from today. Like, if it's your first time hearing about ZYNA, it's really like exciting. So be like curious and open-minded. And if you have feedback, like, let us know. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. And now we have Zane from Service and Advocacy.
Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes? Lovely, lovely. Hi, my name is Zane Commissariat, one of the current and newly appointed Service and Advocacy co-chairs. I'm really excited that you all are here today, wanting to learn more about ZYNA. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Anais. So firstly, we'd like to thank our previous co-chairs for this committee, Sharman Mistry and Kashmira Bulsara. They have helped the committee, be where it is today. And we thank them for their countless hours of dedication and helping this committee prosper. So thank you. So this slide that you see right now on the screen is what Service and Advocacy pitched in the past. So we offer the idea of possibly doing an Attitude for Gratitude program, in which is a donation drive during the holiday season for underprivileged children. And the key is that many North American Zoroastrian associations would be participating. So OZCF, ZSO, ZSBC, ZAA, ZAMWE, ZAH, ZAM, and Zapunj participated. And we also pitched the idea that the Zoroastrian exchange program in the summer of 2024 would take place. And guess what? Good news, the Service and Advocacy Committee did in 2024 complete these two ideas. So we had a lovely Attitude for Gratitude program with those associations that we just mentioned in the past participate. And we also had a pilot program for our Z Exchange program to be launched. So we had 2 exchanges take place between Michigan and Atlanta. A 13-year-old Iranian Zoroastrian boy, Kia, from Michigan, was hosted by the Godshocks. They're also on this call, so hello. A lovely family based in Atlanta. And then during this exchange, Kia received the opportunity to learn about the Parsi culture and celebrate the auspicious occasion of Nowruz. Additionally, another exchange program took place. This June, Toronto's very own Chotia family hosted a 15-year-old Anya Irani from Connecticut, USA. And as you can see in the pictures, they had a great time learning about the Zoroastrian culture through a different lens and in a different household. All right, next slide. And now let's jump in to 2025. What is Service and Advocacy planning to do then? So first off, we have pledged or proposed to continue Attitude for Gratitude, which is our donation drive from 2023. Stay tuned, you're gonna see more information about that. And if you wanna get involved with your local association, you'll see in a few slides how you can. Additionally, we wanna start Z Harmony, which is a choir or music group. So all musicians out there right now, if you're interested, you'll reach out to us. It's a music group going from association to association, raising funds for charitable causes, and more importantly, advocating and showcasing that Zarathushtri talent that we have here in our community. Additionally, we want to start Saber and Share, which is a springtime like cooking connection to advocate for our Zoroastrian culture and traditions with our local communities. And last but not the least, one of the most important things that service and advocacy does is our local service projects during ZYNA and FZANA events. So during congresses, retreats, many more other events, you might see service projects like art murals, dog shelter walking, beach cleanups, cooking for the poor, and more others types of events like that. So stay tuned for these types of events. And yeah, next slide. But you may be wondering, this is all really great and all, but what is really service and advocacy? What's the goal of service and advocacy here? So it's two parts. You got service and advocacy. So firstly, I'm sure many of you have heard the phrase, Parsi, thy name is charity. First off, we want to rebrand that to Zoroastrian, thy name is charity, because Parsis and Iranis alike both want to give back to the community that gave so much back to them. We all want to follow our good thoughts, words, and deeds. So that's the service part. Now, advocacy is simple. We want to show all the haters and the critics that say the Zoroastrian religion is dying. We want to show them that our faith truly is prospering and we're standing strong today. You may be laughing, but no, it is true. We are a very tight-knit community and we are strong but mighty, small but mighty, and we're very strong. We also want to show that a small action, no matter where we are, has a big benefit in the world around us. And in order to do that, we want you. Okay, so we want you, as you can see, all these people, you can laugh, you can enjoy yourselves a little bit. The propaganda is saying for you to join, the mascot's getting hype, Snoop Dogg in the middle, he's my favorite, look at him go. But yeah, so we want you to join the team. If you want to get involved in an activity, become a member, join leadership, whatever you want to do, you can reach out to ZYNA at fzana.org. That's our co-chairs. And you can reach out to me as well if you want to get involved in any one of those events, or if you have any other ideas that you want to pitch. That's my email there. Take a screenshot of it, take your phones out, snap a picture. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'll hand it over back to the co-chairs.
Thank you, Zane. That was a great start to our committee presentations. Before we move on to socials, woo, it's a little quiz time.
I really hope you guys are paying attention.
Where did the 2024 Zoroastrian Exchange programs, where were they hosted?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to answer, guys. So you guys have.
Oh, sorry. Our guests are answering. There were two. Where were they hosted?
My man Chase, good one.
Yep.
So Arash, Kainas, Bravash, Tash. Oh, okay. So the correct answers are Toronto and Atlanta. Anya went to Toronto from Connecticut, and Kia went to Atlanta from Michigan.
I wish we did an exchange program in Michigan. That would have been fun.
Next up, we have Bijan with socials.
Hey everyone, I'm Bijan. If you don't know me, I helped run the ZYNA social events over the last year or so. I want to talk to you guys about what events mean, what social coordination does to a community. So a lot of you grew up with a lot of friends, basically the kids that were in your neighborhood or the kids that you met at school. It turns out that if you wanted to make other friends of people that weren't directly next to you geographically, it's very challenging. And you actually learn that it's tough to be able to look for people that you think you would get along with. It's hard to find them. It turns out that ZYNA has a large population of people who share your values, who grew up the way that you grew up, and who you can relate to on a really deep level, and you can meet them at social events. So think of these events as ways to make really great friends that you will know your whole life, and to make great memories with these people. So the events that we've done so far that really mattered was the West Coast road trip, the Vancouver retreat, and the East Coast road trip. All three of those, I think, were home run events. What I mean by a home run event is everyone showed up kind of curious, kind of interested. And immediately after the first day, when we all met each other, we started laughing, we started having fun, we started making jokes and telling stories and singing songs and playing games. And that lasted basically the whole event. And at the end of the event, everyone was hugging and saying, "Oh, I miss you so much. I don't want to go anymore." And you can basically expect that to happen if you come to one of these events. You'll be shocked at how well you get along with all these people. So if we think about the progression of these events, the West Coast road trip, basically our excuse to go on that was that we would start in San Diego and all get on a big bus and visit all the Darameres, the fire temples, and the Atashkades all the way up to Sacramento. And we did that. And, we got to show a lot of respect to those fire temples and be, very kind. And we were very welcomed by all these different centers. They love seeing the religion and seeing the youth representing the religion and embracing it. And we had a ton of fun along the way. So then the Vancouver retreat, it's a little bit different style of an event. You stay in the same place. You don't travel all day every day. And you do more like team building exercises, leadership exercises, and you try to go a little bit deeper into like what can we do for the future of Zoroastrianism, because we are the future leaders. I made a joke earlier on this call that this is all the Zoroastrian youth in this Zoom. And in terms of the people that are active, want to be involved, and are interested in making a difference, I'm kind of right. Why not you? You could be the Zoroastrian leaders of the future, and I think there's a good chance that you will be. So you'll have those kinds of conversations in the Vancouver retreat, and again, make amazing friends. The East Coast road trip, what we did was we learned from the West Coast road trip. We saw what worked, we saw what didn't work. One of the main things that we did was we wanted to give back more to the centers, right? So we've actually planted some trees at some of the centers that we went to, and we were a lot more engaged and active with these centers, and it was a lot more rewarding. We felt more connected to them. They felt a lot more grateful. I certainly felt that the kind of relationships that I had, even with the people that weren't coming on the road trips, but the people that were at the centers that we saw, that it was a lot of fun. So the next event is going to be in Southern California, in Orange County. Please come. We're planning on having maybe close to 100 people coming. And it's going to be super exciting. You're going to meet so many people. You're going to meet me. You're going to meet a lot of this leadership team. We're going to learn all about you. We'll make jokes, laugh, play games, and we'll talk about, what really matters to us as a group and the next steps of our whole community. So really excited to see you all there. Thanks.
Yay.
Here's some pictures. How fun is that? Right? We were bowling in Vancouver. You gotta come to the one in February. You gotta come. It's gonna be so much fun.
Thank you, Bijan. Next up, we have religion and culture.
Hey guys, my name is Matab. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I'm one of your religion and culture co-chairs.
Hi guys, my name is Parinas. I'm also one of the religion cultural co-chairs. So before we start, Matab, I want a high five.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we're just better, so you should join, and that's it. That's the end of our presentation. No, joking. There's more. So we've done a lot of different things.
That's all I got.
We've done a lot of different things in the past year or so. We've had a bunch of Avesta study sessions, and where we cover a bunch of different topics that youth have expressed interest in learning about. We translated a few of our basic prayers, Yathahu video, Ashimbahu, Yengehatam, and we covered the translation, but also how we relate to them in every day just to keep it relevant and interesting. Beyond prayers, we've discussed a bunch of relevant topics like women in Zoroastrianism, which was a session with our very own ZYNA co-chair, Kimia Shahzadi, who is becoming a Mobedyar. We spoke about stories from the Persian Book of Kings, the Shahnameh, and we had this really big Gatha session where we had two speakers, one from Mumbai, one from Chicago, and they discussed what the Gathas literally mean and then also what they can mean personally to us. We also have Sunday Scriptures, which is a series that we've been doing for a while, where we post verses from the book Thus Spake Zarathustra on Instagram. They're actually one of our most highly interacted posts with, so thank you guys for interacting with them. If you want to see different kinds of posts, let us know. And yeah, Prernas?
So in our future, we're coming up with new Instagram fact posts. We're going to be posting a lot on our ZYNA Instagram. Like for example, we have interviews with my own brother, Ervadias Sanhathiram, where he did the Navar process and he's going to talk more about it. And we're going to see in depth what exactly happens in that process. And we have many upcoming sessions coming on, like Gara's, which is in November, food and culture, architecture, and Persian Gathas. So we expect all of you guys to come there, all of you guys to show up and get hype and participate. But this is not possible unless we have your ideas and your feedback into what we should do in the future. So in the chat, can you please tell us some ideas that you have or want to see us do in the future? It's okay if you don't have any right now.
Right. Maybe Dari classes.
Yeah, stories and mopeds worldwide, that'd be really cool.
Let's
Meetings of
keep the
prayers.
ideas rolling in the chat.
Yeah, and if you come up with an idea later on, feel free to plug it into the chat or reach out to one of us.
These are amazing ideas.
Guys, you
Thank
need to write these down. Like they're really good.
Thank you, Parinas and Matav. Before we move on, we've been sitting for a while. You might have to get up for this one, but we heard from religion and culture. Now let's see your spirit and how you're connected. First person to show a farahar on the camera wins. I need my co-chairs to help me to see who picks one out. Oh, we're excluded from this, co-chairs.
Oh. Okay, but we need to see everyone. We need to see everyone. Okay, Natasha, I see Natasha's.
Natasha's.
Chase
Oh,
got
I
one.
see.
Has a
Chase got a
big
big
one.
one.
That was a very-
Ayana's.
Holy,
I
holy.
see
Dang,
Tina's.
Chase. Sheesh.
I couldn't see everyone at once. This is not fair.
Chase
There's
going
two
crazy.
Natashas and they put up there are two Natashas and they put it up at the same time.
Oh my God.
God.
I
It's
think
a
I was
Natasha battle.
I think I was looking at Natasha Patel, but then I couldn't see everyone at once. So I don't know. Maybe
Natasha.
Natasha's for the win.
Yeah, Natasha
Both
wins.
Natasha's for the win.
Now we'll move on to finance and fundraising with Ramteen.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Glad to see everyone on this call. I'm based out of California, so shout out to all the Californians on this call. I'm the co-chair of the finance and fundraising team, and we are ultimately the lifeline of every social event. Without any funding or financing, we're unable to put these on. That's why I like to think of us as quite important. Maybe not important as the rest, but we're a little bit important. From our side, we finance through many ways. We carry out speeches with the different associations. We call up many big donors and ask them if they're able to help sponsor some of our events. But one endeavor that we are looking to take on, and this is a new one, and a big one, is to have our own non-profit Z merch. Now, you can see two photos on the screen. That's not necessarily the final product. So please, we're working on it. But just to give you a sort of insight to what we want to do is we want to have a seasonal selling spree. So we're going to be launching them in bulk, and it won't be often. So please keep an eye out. And if you're able to get it, do. If not, we will not be launching anymore. We're going to make this like a unique product. This is going to be something you can wear outside. Your friends, they'll ask, hey, what's that cool logo? And then you'll be able to explain the beauty of Zoroastrianism and the history of it. We also have space on the team, and it's really important if you want to, work on your own business one day, if you want to learn how to maybe speak or come out your comfort zone, because it will require you to speak to a lot of people, a lot of older people that you may not normally speak to on a day-to-day basis. It will give you a bit of experience if you want to go into college in maybe the financing area or business, entrepreneurship. So please, if you would like to join the team, I would be very grateful to have you on. And I'm more than welcome to take on new ideas about financing and fundraising.
Thank you, Ramtin.
Thank you, Ramtin. I also put in the chat the Google Forms that we were going to share it later, but now is a good time too. Just like if you like, it's like just to apply as like a co-chair or like a member here and there. So it's like quite detailed, but you can fill it out later. But we have this form. Yeah.
Thank you, Fravash. Now we'll be moving on to professional development with Teraza.
All right, thank you, Ani. So, hi everyone. My name is Teraza Boat. I am based out of New Jersey in the US, so I'm an East Coast girl. I currently work in supply chain, and I am currently our only co-chair on the professional development committee. So, Ramtin was just mentioning that we have spaces for people to come and join our team. Same thing goes for professional development. We're looking for more people to support us with our initiatives. So what is professional development all about? We are really focused on initiatives that empower our youth, our Zoroastrian youth, ages 15 through 35, as they move throughout their careers. So we are here to support our youth from pre-career. So let's say someone's in high school, they haven't really figured out what they want to do in life yet. We have resources for them. And then also all the way up to someone who's more established in their career and maybe is looking to network more or is looking to pivot industries. We also have resources for them. So you're looking at all these lovely Zoroastrian faces on the screen right now. So these are some of the episodes we had last year during our Z Wealth Talks series. So that series was really about taking the expertise from notable Zoroastrian community members who have been successful in building wealth and sharing that expertise with all members of the Zoroastrian community. So not just youth, but everyone. And these sessions were held over Zoom. And now moving on to this year, we have been focused really more so on the youth side with this Z mentoring program that has been launched as of this month. So what is the Z mentoring program? It is a program that, similar to the Wealth Speaker Series, it's capitalizing on that amazing wealth of knowledge that we have within our Zoroastrian community. So I think that right now, like what our team realized together was there is a gap. If you go to any sort of Zoroastrian social gathering, you'll notice that just from having conversations with different people, our community is so successful, not only in the sense of being a good Zoroastrian, but also from the professional sense. And the issue is, our community is spread all over the globe, and some people are, don't have the resources to be connected to a mentor. So this Z mentoring program has sourced mentors and mentees from all across North America, so US and Canada, and then we also have some mentors out of the US, and is really focused on giving students and young professionals the opportunity to learn from those in our Zoroastrian community who have already been successful. So our first session for this program is next month, November 17th. And what we'll be doing is, so we've had 100 mentees and mentors. Actually, we have 101, very auspicious number, signed up. Of mentees and mentors who are participating in this program. We'll have 3 sessions. The first one in November is kind of like a pitch session. So all of the mentors will be presenting on their field of expertise and sharing kind of like what a day in the life is like, and a little bit about their career journeys. And the mentees, they can hop across different Zoom rooms and see what aligns best with their interests. And then from there, in early 2025, we have 2 additional sessions where mentees will have the opportunity to have more one-on-one or a more like small group time with those mentors, and they'll get to ask them questions and ask for specific points of advice. One thing I'd like to highlight about this is that the success of this Z mentoring program is also really in part thanks to ZYNA. So we were advertising the C mentoring program through our own channels, and we had, I think, about like 50, 60 signups. And then ZYNA, in partnership with Kayo and Farzine, were able to send out a blast to all the ZYNA associations, kind of sharing more details about the program and requesting that people sign up. And because of that, we saw 40 additional signups. Thanks, like overnight, we saw that, which was really amazing. So thank you very much to ZYNA as well for the partnership. And thank you to anyone on this call who signed up to be a mentor or a mentee. We are very, very excited. And if you are interested in signing up, I'll put the form in the chat right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Teraza. Now we're going to move on to communications and outreach, our ZYNA PR machine.
All right, here we go. So in the bottom right corner is an actual representation of us co-chairs doing our best, working hard every day to make sure that ZYNA gets the best promotion that it possibly can. But hello, we are comms co-chairs Jennifer and Tashin, and our mission is to drive more engagement on our channels by creating content that connects with and inspires Zoroastrian youth and keeps our communities active and engaged online through all of our social platforms. We advertise events on all our platforms, our weekly newsletter, to spread awareness about everything that Zoroastrian youth are doing all across North America and beyond. So a little bit more about us 2 peoples. I'm a graphic designer from Michigan. So shout out to all the people attending from Michigan. Woo! I often, I'll do freelance with graphic design work. And when I'm not doing that, I'm doing another job with marketing and operations for something else. And then when I'm not doing that, I am teaching music and fine arts lessons. So busy, busy bee.
Hi everyone, my name is Tashin. I'm a 3rd-year kinesiology student at Wilfrid Laurier University, which is just outside Toronto in Waterloo, Ontario. And my home association is the Zoroastrian Society of Ontario, the best association in North America, where I'm also the chair of the youth committee. I love to cook, and I have a Parsi food catering business with my dad based in Toronto. So all of you people who wrote that you prefer dansak over kubide earlier in the chat, if you ever come to Toronto, hit me up and I'll make you the best dansak you'll ever eat. So moving on, Jen and I are here to share the incredible strides we've made in our social media presence and community engagement this past year and what we hope to accomplish going forward in 2025. So let's dive into our social media. You all know the handle. It's written right there, Zoro Youth NA. This is your moment. If you or your kids or your friends or your cousins, boyfriends, sisters, aunt is not following us on Instagram, you hit that follow button and tell them to hit that follow button right now. We're constantly posting flyers, event recaps, exciting news, and fascinating insights about our religion to engage Zoro youth, not just across North America, but across the whole world. It's one of our best ways to stay informed besides our newsletter, which we'll get into a little bit. On the left, you can see how far we've come since our launch in June 2023. We've reached 16,496 accounts. How many of you know that many people? Our TikTok launched just a bit before our Instagram in February of 2023, but has reached only 245 accounts. But we do have an amazing video on facts about Zoroastrianism that has 34.3 thousand views. Now, I doubt anyone knows that many people. Since June 2023, we've constantly posted to build a vibrant ZYNA community. To stay in the loop with ZYNA, make sure to like our videos, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and keep an eye out for exciting events and posts coming your way. Beyond honoring Teacher Appreciation Day and promoting youth-led Zoroastrian businesses, we're fostering connections and allowing others to grow using our platform. We often also collab with ZYNA, which has an even larger platform than we do, so it's a great way to stay connected. Over the past year, we've highlighted ZYNA events like the Finance Committee's Z-Wealth series and Religion and Culture's Avesta series, as well as activities from other youth groups like ZSO's summer camps. And let's not forget our weekly Sunday meetings, always filled with laughter and good vibes, the perfect way to wrap up the weekend before diving back to school or work on Monday. And then, yeah, these are our reels with the highest views.
That's so wonderful. And for those of you who are interested in attending the weekly Sunday meeting, that will be happening tonight at 9 p.m., hosted by yours truly. But let's not forget our newsletter. Newsletter is one of our bigger platforms for engagement with our viewers. And as you can see, since we launched in September of 2022, we have over 470 subscribers so far. So if you're not one of those 470 people, subscribe right now, please. And so this is really, really great. We've found the largest demographic of viewers falls between the ages of 25 to 34 years. So if you're part of the 18 to 24 years range, we'd love to see more of you. We'd love to get you more engaged and stuff. And I did see some people here from, someone said Irvine. I think there was someone from Dallas. I don't think I saw anybody from San Jose, but if you were, welcome. You guys are our top viewers. Everybody else, step up your game. We need you. We want you to see and view all of the cool things that we're doing. And we put a lot of information out every single week. Our open rate, what the heck is open rate, right? Open rate is essentially just like how often someone goes in and actually clicks on the email and it opens up, right? So out of 470 subscribers, 62% of people have opened the newsletter. So what that means is out of 470 people, only 291 people opened up the newsletter. So my other peoples, please open up your newsletters. Click rate is the percentage out of the other percentage that actually goes in and interacts with the newsletter and clicks on the buttons. And as you can see, it's a 3.3%. Womp womp. Please, we'd love for more people to do that. Just even if you're not even like really wanting to look for anything, just go in and just like click, 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 click. So yeah.
So we'd love to have any of you guys join our communications and outreach committee as a committee member to help out with many different things. So if you join, not only will you get hands-on experience with Canva Pro, but by the end, you'll be such a pro that people will think that you're buying your group presentations at school or at work. You'll also get the chance to manage our Instagram and help us grow our TikTok presence. And for all you writers out there, you can write articles about our events, that do get published in local association newsletters. Like here it shows our ZYNA road trip newsletter in the ZSO newsletter, and the Fezana Journal on the left, which shows our ZYNA experience at the Chicago AGM this past year, or even in Parsi Cover. So if you're interested in any of these things, please join our committee.
Thanks,
Thank
Tosh.
you, Zane. Following right away. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you. So quickly, I just wanted to show this slide on what we're up to in the next 6 months. Okay, there's like quite some, but I'm hoping we can squeeze some more online events from our committees and hoping to like build our team strong enough to host even like larger in-person events. So like many years ago, the North American Youth would plan like North American Youth Congresses every few years. North American Youth Congresses. So potentially this is something we can plan for in the near future. 400 or 500 people conference, but like one thing at a time, of course. So yeah, this is like just the next few months. Okay, next slide. Yeah, so this is like ZYNA on like to like cover all the bases. So in the middle is me, Anahis, and Kimia, if you guys can read. And then the yellow block circles are each committee. And then the purple circles are each of like the projects that we're doing. So the big purple circle there is for a retreat in February with everyone who's like helping plan that. There's our Nowruz concert we're gonna have. So if you want to lead the Nowruz concert, we're looking for someone who's like willing to bring like musicians together online and like have a nice concert to celebrate New Year's. And on the right side, we have all members. So we're hoping to like have someone look after all the ZYNA members. Like currently we have 500 members around on our email list where we send our newsletters, like Jennifer was saying. But we can't count everyone as a member because they could be adults, they could be like non-Zoroastrians, like things like that. Like, are those people still ZYNA members or they're not? So we're not sure. So we need someone to like help us define what a ZYNA member is and how we communicate with like Zoroastrian youth of North America. So we're looking for like 1 or 2 people to jumpstart this committee, and like it's called like membership committee. So next slide. Yeah, so I've outlined like what we can, like what this responsibility would be for like this co-chair. Overall, if you're someone who likes to like think deeply about the problems like this and is like technical minded, I think you'd be a great member to help us take this in the right direction. So a membership co-chair would like outline who a ZYNA member is. Right now we have a group chat called All Members with like 70, 80 people. It's not updated and it's not too active. They would be a primary point of contact for all the ZYNA members, and they would help like expand our membership and like create a nice organized like database, which we don't have right now. And they would welcome new members. So if a new member comes, they'd welcome them most likely on Zoom. So it's someone who's like social. At least one of the co-chairs should be like social, welcoming, and they welcome the new members who are willing to get involved or just be part of the community that we have in North America. And they would be on our leadership team. So our leadership team, as I showed in the previous slide, is like just the co-chairs of each committee where we meet every week or every 2 weeks. And they would let us know like, oh, this person is really interested. How should we get them involved? Or they would communicate to a new ZYNA member, like, hey, like these are the projects that we're doing. And if you want to get involved, I think your strengths would work here. Like they would just be like a liaison between ZYNA members and the leadership team. Wait, I'm on that. So it's like, I wanted to say this is like anyone who's like social and people that love to have like a strong network, it's a good position. It's like an opportunity to meet all like the Zoroastrian youth and be like a point of contact for all members. So like fill out the application form in detail so we have a good few people working on it to strengthen ZYNA. Yeah, thank you. Well, there's this, so we can go next slide. Sorry. So we have this membership co-chair position. We have service and advocacy co-chair, finance and fundraising, and professional development. These are the four areas that we need extra people, like for sure, for co-chairs. And then we still need like general members too on the next slide that Kimia will speak on. Thanks.
Yes, thank you so much. So we've thrown so much information at you. We've like thrown all of these exciting things that we're doing, which is maybe a little overwhelming, but exciting. And if you're not sure like where you fit in at ZYNA, but you're like, I like this and I want more of this in my life, I'm going to put again the form to fill in. It's not too long, it's pretty short. And you can just tell us where you're at. So anything you're interested in, if you have any ideas, you're like, I don't know what I want, but I want to be involved, or you know what you want, and we want to know what that is so we can have you on board. We're so excited to have you. We're super welcoming. Kindness is at the core of what we do. And yeah, we're just so excited that you're here, and we would love to get to know you more on Zoom sessions and in person, and yeah, build our lifelong friendships with you. So let's stop sharing. Oh wait, we can keep going with the slides and then stop sharing and then start. So another link to the form, if you don't like clicking a link, is you can scan the QR code. And here's, I'll let you take it away from here. Oh wait, you're muted.
So if everyone wants to scan it, here's the QR code, but we'll jump into a Q&A session. If anyone has questions, I know there was a question about the camp in the chat.
The camp is still in the works, but we're hoping in the summer next year we can have a nice camp, like where we sleep, like camping, like in the woods and in like wherever, most likely in New York, but it's just like an outdoor camp that we do in Toronto all the time. But like it's more like privately done. It's not done with ZYNA, because when it comes to like outdoor camping, sometimes like we need to make sure like our waivers are very like legit, and there's like a few things that we have to get approved and like all this stuff. So it's a bit more like planning when we do it with a big organization like ZYNA, and like whatever ZYNA does, like Faizana is also like we're a subcommittee of Faizana, so it has to be approved. So yeah, it's more like detailed and more planning, but that will be in New York most likely, because we're doing the retreat in California, so that's like West Coast, and this would be like some East Coast thing. So that's like what we know from now, but we want to build like a small committee to just start the planning.
Yeah, well, guys, if you don't know, we're very lucky to have Fravash as a new co-chair, because he's planned so many of these camps in Toronto. It's basically called Camp Fravash. And myself and Armand have gone to the last three, and they're a lot of fun. So he's just going to bring it on a way bigger scale and to the East Coast, lower down. And yeah, it's going to be amazing. So I can vouch for the last three I've gone to, and now we have him leading ZYNA, so it's going to be great.
Yeah, the only difference is this time I need approvals.
We got you. We got you.
But that makes it, yeah.
Kainas in the chat asks, is there any age limit to join the committees?
Great question.
It's just ZYNA member, which is 15 to 35.
I had a question. First of all, I just want to thank everyone for the great presentation. It's really well done. I really got to know a lot more about all the committees and what everyone does. So thanks for all that. It really sets everyone on the same page. My question was for Zane. Is there still is there gonna be like another exchange? I know there was exchange this summer, which was really good. But I don't know if I saw anything in the presentation for next year for the exchange. Like, is that something that's continuing, or is it like stopping? What's the plans for that?
That's a great question, Arash. Thank you so much. And first of all, glad you enjoyed the presentation today. It's good to see you again. So the exchange right now, we're planning on hopefully continuing it, but we're not sure about it because we do have to get many approvals, as Pravash was mentioning before, from Fazana. And there's a lot of like legal works and stuff like that. So we can't guarantee that we're going to do it again. we are hoping to maybe do it again. We can't guarantee anything, but those 4 events that you saw on the screen, those are our guarantees for sure. We are 100% going with those.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, just mentioning because we did it at our house and it was really good. So like just good feedback from us. So if we can continue it, that'd be a great addition. So thanks.
For sure. Thanks for your feedback, Arash.
Yeah.
And I think this is a good point. Like you see something you like, and it's like we need people to run it. So like if you're like, wow, exchange program, this is like so good. I want to be involved. And you're like, you fill in the form and you're like, exchange program, I want to be involved in that. Like we will put you involved in that and make it happen. So basically, if you want to see something happen, this is your platform to make it happen at ZYNA. And we're just like all here to help make it happen.
Another question in chat. Do you guys know of any scholarships for Zoroastrian youth and who their contact people are?
So there's a ZYNA committee that gives out scholarships. So we are linked with them. I don't have all the information on it. I don't know if there's anyone else on the call. I know there was Behram Pistachio on the call, or Xerxes from ZYNA, or Tanya, or anyone else that may be a better person to answer, like what time of the year the scholarships come, how much they are, what they're for. Being involved in ZYNA is, a closer step to the scholarships. But if someone else can speak on it that knows a little more, that would be great.
Yeah, I can
Hi,
speak
I
on
can
it.
speak on it. Oh, okay,
You go
Baram, you
first.
go.
No, you go first. I'll go after you.
Everybody
Okay.
will speak on it.
So yes, there's a whole committee dedicated to scholarships at Fizana, and there are many scholarships. They're all for different, academics. There's sports. There's music, and the deadline is usually July 31st of every year. And these are only the Fizana scholarships I'm talking about, but each association locally have their own scholarships. And I think Baram can give you more information about that as well. But they range in around 1,000 to about 5,000 per person. So depending on the criteria of each one, you have to read the criteria and decide which ones you want to apply to. Baram, anything you want to add?
Yeah, so also look at each association. They also have scholarships. And then there are some named scholarships by families who have lost their loved ones, and in the memory of their parents, they have started scholarships. And these are Zoroastrian scholarships. That's one part of it. The other part of it, there's a lot of scholarship for higher education available in universities. And there is an organization called Zonta International. What they do is give out scholarships for, let's say, STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, medicine, and art. And some of them are focused on women, some of them are focused on certain different areas. And there's a lot of money. There are thousands of dollars sitting out there, which we haven't tapped into. So this is a great area to get involved with. And if anybody has interest in promoting scholarships, please write to me. We also have an opportunity now for endowing scholarships. So those of you who have grandparents who have done well in life, and they want to leave an endowment for scholarships for academic education for Zoroastrian kids, please reach out to us. The Fizana scholarship has one drawback, and that is it requires the person to be enrolled in North American universities for at least 1 year. And that has been a problem for 20 years. And now that has been resolved. There is a new scholarship which has been established, which gives out, I think, $4,000 per year. There are two of them under a new endowment called the Morbid ZYNA Trust Fund. And that is a little bit different because it doesn't look at your past achievements. It looks at your future plans. If you have a future plan you want to implement, then that is what you're judged on. So there's a lot of money out there and support for academic education. You guys are doing a great job. I really enjoyed this presentation of ZYNA. Thank you all for doing all this. Thank you very much.
Behram, I would also like to add to what Behram said. Just this year alone, we gave out over 90,000 in scholarships. I'm going to just paste the link in the chat. We have about 26, 27 endowed scholarships. We also have a religious education scholarship, and in addition, we have scholarships for creative arts and fine arts as well, and Zoroastrian Community Service Awards as well that we give out. So check out our website, and when the applications come out, do apply. And like I said, we have over $90,000 of scholarships that we gave out this year. That's all. Thank you.
One more point I forgot is there's a thing called the Zoroastrian Entrepreneurship Developmental Fund, and they have done very well this year. Thousands of dollars have been donated to this ZEDF, and they are willing to promote businesses. If people are interested in launching their own business, there's seed money available. But in addition to that, they also have scholarships for higher education if you're interested in business. It's a little bit different from the Fezana scholarships, but that money is also out there. So please do write, and we'll connect you with the right people.
Thank you so much. And we have a bunch of people here on the call today who have received these Fezana scholarships. So they definitely do happen and people do receive them. So something else I wanted to just touch on is sometimes you actually get a lot back from ZYNA and Fezana financially. It just happens sometimes. Like for example, last year for the London Congress, Fezana had, I think it was about 60,000 left over from the 2019 Congress. And they were willing to give that to people in ZYNA who were ZYNA members that were going to London. So the subsidy ranged from $300 to $900 per person, depending on how much they were involved. And so that's just a lot of money to get for just like signing up to be part of ZYNA for free. So sometimes stuff like that happens and it's really great. So there's a lot of incentive to be involved. But obviously that's not the main incentive to be involved because we're all so amazing. You want to be hanging out with us and making our community better. But there are amazing perks like this along the way, which is really cool. Any other questions? Any other feedback? Anything else you guys want to say?
Questions, comments? You want to do an interpretive dance? You can.
Yes.
Gonna
ask us a
Go,
random
Pravash, go.
Pravash.
We've already checked out our application form.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah,
Oh.
especially for interpretive dance. Here we go.
Love it.
So yeah, if like even for just like if you're interested in doing design work for like outreach and communications, like making flyers for our events, or like say we come close to you at an in-person event, if you want to attend and help us like document the whole thing and take pictures and stuff, like we'd love to have you on the team. Yeah, and you learn a lot. Personally for me, I love ZYNA. I've been here for like 3 years now, going on 4 pretty soon. And I've met so many cool people. The Michigan community is pretty small. So it was really cool to find out that all of these other people, you know, existed outside of Michigan. And it's just so cool. You make so many cool, like just personal connections, business connections. Like you meet people you'd never thought you meet. It's like kind of it's like going to college. You meet all sorts of people. Really cool and really interesting, and you learn so much. So definitely check out everything, please.
I wanted to
Yeah,
oh,
go ahead.
I wanted to mention one thing we didn't mention. Next year in May, the first weekend of May, there's a Fezana AGM in person. So basically, like Fezana they have, I think, around 20 committees, and all the co-chairs of those committees come. We invite all the ZYNA people to come as well. And any like local people who are there, they attend as well to learn more about Fezana. And that's happening in Toronto. So if anyone is planning on coming to Toronto, that weekend is good. Or if you live in Toronto, come that weekend too. And for now, that's that's happening on the first weekend of May. So that's just, yeah, we didn't mention that. So yeah.
And then back to
Yeah.
back after that
Oh,
is, sorry. Sorry. No, you were next. You're
no,
totally next.
no, go ahead.
Go, Matt.
It's not related to the AGM. Go ahead.
Mine's just 2 seconds. So like there's the World Zoroastrian Chamber of Commerce that's like immediately after the Fazana annual AGM. So
It's the
I'm
same. Yeah.
excited for that. I would love to go. That I went to the last one that was in India at the start of this year, and they had like Zoroastrian Shark Tank, and I was part of it, and that was just awesome. And now, like, I'm planning for what Behram was saying, the ZEDF loan, the 50K interest-free loan, and I'm applying for real estate under a real estate company. So, it's crazy how so many things can end up being so helpful to you one day, just being involved. Sorry, this is way longer than I thought it would be. I'll touch in after Matt. Go.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that you don't have to get involved by being like an active member immediately. I first started getting involved in ZYNA by joining the Sunday Zoom calls, and I wouldn't say anything. My video was off. I would fold laundry while I listened to everybody else talk and play games. So if you're not like, if you're afraid to just jump right into it, you can always start small. You can join our Sunday calls. And just listen. You don't have to talk, you don't have to participate, and slowly, hopefully, you'll want to. So, yeah. Farah, you have a question, comment?
Hi, I'm Farah Noz. I'm from ZSBC. And my question is, like, I have actually talked to Kayo about that, and I was going to have a conversation with Kimia, but I'm glad that I joined the meeting today. Thank you, first of all, so much for all the work that you guys are doing. It's amazing. You're doing great. But my concern is the age range that you have, 18 to 35. And I wonder how you guys are going to reach out to younger, because after 15 years old, they kind of try to avoid participating in the Zoro or Avesta classes. And how do you touch those kids to stay active and be part of this? If these are all same groups, and how much, I want to know how much you have a new member joining you in a year. Do you know?
I can try and tackle some of these.
Yes,
So,
please. Thank you.
of course. So ZYNA is 15 to 35. And one of the things that we did in the Vancouver retreat, which was an in-person retreat at the start of this year in February, is we for the first time opened it up from 15-year-olds up. And we had a huge amount of 15-year-olds come 15 to 18. And I think that was their first introduction to ZYNA. And then we had a bunch of them come for the East Coast road trip, and that was a really good sign. And we caught them at the age that they're starting to grow up and then have more informal friends in ZYNA and come to these events. So I think we've got a long way to go, obviously. And even the exchange program, it was with, I think, a 13 or 14-year-old and it was a 15-year-old. So that's another way that they kind of got involved. And, both of the two exchange students are now involved in ZYNA in some way. One of them was on this call. Another one is trying to get involved in the mentoring program. So we've still got a lot of work to do, but it's a step forward that we're taking to try and involve them as much as we can and catch them in that really critical time point.
Okay, that's great, because I believe that you really, it would be nice if you guys can focus on this and try to make sure that, maybe continuing those exchange programs more, or getting more involved with the, in-person classes, Avesta classes that is happening around North America, Darbe Mayors. They have programs, and reach out to maybe the parents and get parents involved, But thank you. You're doing excellent. Great job. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And this is the all members leader that we need to recruit more and definitely recruit younger. And yes, So we definitely need people on this so we can do a better job. So I agree with you. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. So just to confirm, the age range is 15 to 35. It's not 18.
Correct. It's 15 to 35, and with in-person events, we have to decide what age. So that is inconsistent with it just depends on the event and what we decide. But for all of our event, like everything that ZYNA does, like to be a member, it's 15 to 35. So I think the Southern California retreat in February next year, I think we decided 18 to 35. But it doesn't mean that future events won't be younger. It's just for that one.
So maybe you guys should organize something for 15 to 18, separate from, that's why I'm concerned, because when the age range is big, then, I mean, I have passed all these 8 years. I know when I was 15, I didn't want to hang with a 30-year-old, and nothing is wrong with that feeling. Or if for a 25-year-old doesn't want to hang around with a 15-year-old, right? But in order to make them want to participate, so they have to be within their age range group, right?
I want to make a little comment because it's at that young age, it's like legally they need to have a guardian if we're hosting a retreat or some things like that. And that's a lot of like liability for like these big.
But I'm sure parents would love to be there. I'm sure if you ask for parents to volunteer and be participant and help out, they would be so happy to be there.
Yeah, but then we have to deal with the parents, and they're over 35. So then it can make it also uncomfortable. So what I was thinking is what ZYNA could do regarding this issue is we have to try and just like build leaders, like local leaders. So like let's say I know from California and from even Vancouver and from Toronto, we have a lot of like local leaders who've done things locally. So if someone from like another city reaches out, we can help them build their like youth committee. And with that building of a youth committee, they can involve that age range. So it's like passed on to like a local association. And in that way, like that's what ZYNA can do. Because on a North American scale, like even when people come to retreats and stuff, like there's like they have to fly to another city and they have to pay money too. And those type of things, it's not too attractive for someone between 15 to 18.
Well, I think that's a great idea. So if you guys can work on, like big brothers, big sisters, kind of thing, that would be perfect. That would be great.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nina's from Zaka. I just had a quick question. Is there any update on the Z Games for Zoroastrian youth?
Zayn, Bijan, you want to take these?
Yeah, Bijan.
Yeah, I know that we think we found a few candidate venues in California that we're going to be contacting. I believe we're planning on doing it this coming summer. We do have venues, so we can look forward to that.
Yeah, and I just want to add on as well to what Bijan is saying is that we're in the process of like having those venues, finding them, but it has been very difficult because a lot of the colleges that we usually do the Z Games at have changed a lot of their policies due to COVID. So we just need to work with that, and we're praying our Hashem and Yata that we can have the Z Games next summer.
Any other
Is it just going to be in California or somewhere else as well?
California.
Probably 99% California.
Okay. Thank you.
So can I ask a question to the audience, please? Do you guys know any Zoroastrians in Mexico?
Oh, yeah, we need this. They're part of North America. They're part of China. We just don't know if they exist. I know one that's traveling there right now, but she doesn't count.
Yeah, so if you guys find somebody, just let us know so we can have at least one person.
They can represent all of Mexico.
Or if
Maybe
someone's moving to Mexico, let us know.
it's too funny. I wanted to say something as well. So you may notice like I have a bit of an accent. So I'm Australian. And so when I got involved in ZYNA, it was like, I don't know, day 3 of being in America, moving here. And it was actually Anaita Hormoz Diari, who was like related to my husband, who was like, oh, you should apply for this thing called ZYNA and just click this link. And I clicked the link and I got on a call with Paishan and Farzin, who was spearheading ZYNA in 2020 during COVID. And I was involved since then. And I don't know, I haven't been like not that many people have taken a chance on me to give me like a big leadership role. And I think even though I was like not even like I was just a permanent resident, like just in America, they gave me a lot of leadership and responsibility, and I appreciated that trust and that chance that they took on me. So um, I think it's really cool that even if you're not like born and raised in America, you have no disadvantage almost at all. So it's just if you're interested. I see Ramtin nodding. We got him straight out of the UK. He like arrived and we're like, you're part of ZYNA now. So we're so excited to have him. So it doesn't matter where you're from. It really just depends on how much you want to be involved and your actions that follow. So yeah, we're so excited to literally have anyone who is willing to be involved. And I wanted to say that because I'm not your typical American accent. So
I love that about ZYNA. We got lots of accents here.
we do. We had so much representation from Australia on our last East Coast road trip that my brother was saying the A in ZYNA is for Australia. So there you go. Which is a long way to travel for these events. I'll just say that. Anything else, you guys? Anything else you can think of that you'd like to ask while we're all here?
Anybody else want to take on the interpretive dance? Like that was great, Ravash.
That was really good.
Like anything that is just pressing on that frontal lobe, any question, any comment at all, as long as they're nice. Otherwise, if you have other questions, you can always like DM us on our social platforms. You can email us. Yeah.
Thank you
And
guys.
like I said, like just want to end with one note. You know, even if it's something small, you guys are making an impact. If you're making, I don't know, dinner for your friends, you're hanging out with a couple of Zoros, tag us. We want to see everything.
Just showing up is so amazing. Thank you guys. You know, it's a pleasure. At least you know what's happening, and that's really important. Thank you.
But just before we wrap up, I want to see who on this call is coming to Houston because that's our next in-person event.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
Mathab, I see
It is
Zain, I
coming.
see me, I see Jennifer, I see Bijan, I see Anahid,
There's
Ramesh,
2 hands
yes,
Turn
up.
on your cameras. Who's coming to Houston?
Ramtin, yes.
Turn on your camera if you're coming to
Farzin, was that a
Houston.
hand up or no? Yes, we got Farzin.
Woo!
Afshin, yes. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. So you're gonna meet so many of us in person. This is awesome. So maybe we can just say a few words on like ZYNA is coming up with some exciting activity icebreakers. So we do have a spot in the Houston Congress where you can actually get to know us and we can have a lot of fun together. We're really excited. We have I think Bijan leading that committee with Houston, with Mahtab, who's doing a lot of the groundwork down there. And yeah, anything you guys want to talk on Houston to get people pumped about in person?
Oh, guys, everything. Like, come on, Houston, Texas, home of the Astros. We're really excited to see everyone. If you didn't get a Congress ticket or you're not able to make it to the Congress states, we do have Youth Pre-Congress, and so we're trying to make it so that we can have as many people come as possible. So sign up for that. Even if you are coming to the Congress, sign up for both of them. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like Kimia said, we are doing ZYNA stuff and we're doing other youth stuff because our Houston committee is so amazing and so awesome. Yeah, reach out if you have any questions. I know Natasha is here. She's also on the Houston ground team. Yeah, for sure. Super excited.
You want to
Maybe
join
one,
us?
maybe one day you'll see yourselves in our position talking to the next generation of youth.
Guys, continue going on the Congress committees because yes, we're gonna have North American Youth Congresses soon enough.
Pravash is committed. He's committed.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's in Vegas or in Alberta, it's okay. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be huge. Thank you. I think we can wrap up the call. It was a
One
pleasure.
thing, sorry, Natasha wants to share something about the youth track at the Houston Congress. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this North American Congress is the first Congress to have a dedicated youth track and sessions just for the youth, by the youth, related just for everything. A lot of these ZYNA co-chairs and ZYNA members are involved and are speakers for these sessions. So if you're registered, if you're at the Congress, please, please, please show up. We have a whole youth team working really hard to make this, and we'd like to thank everybody for giving us the Congress co-chairs for letting us do this because it's the first time this has ever happened, and there is something always going to be happening all 4 days of the Congress for the youth, by the youth. So please join us.
Well, I had a question. So I know there's youth events happening 2 days before and then during as well. And then I heard there's some sort of like cruise happening after. Is that like happening, not happening? How long is it? Where is it? Is it
So
sold?
that is happening. It is an add-on. It's after, I believe it starts on the 2nd. It sails from Galveston, which is like an hour from like where the actual hotel is. And it's a Caribbean cruise for I think 5 days? I think 5 days, yeah.
Yeah.
So that is an addition. If you go on the NAZC website under the programs category where they have the youth pre-Congress, there's a separate section, I believe, for that. And the lady to contact to register for that is Farida Devecha. And yeah, just reach out to any of us and we can definitely give you guys the information for that if you're interested.
Thank you. Thank you. It seems like there's still spots open potentially. Afshin.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Just a quick question for the Service and Advocacy Committee. I just got off a ZSB. Sorry, can you guys hear me properly?
I can hear you both ways. He's in the next room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was for the Service and Advocacy Committee. It was regarding the attitude for gratitude. We were just discussing that on a call. Just wanted to see if you guys have any details on that, as we would like to coordinate with ZSPC to organize that. We did that last year.
So
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, perfect. Actually, perfect timing because right after this AGM call today, we are going to begin kickstarting that attitude for gratitude. So just stay tuned and you'll see some more information soon about that from our lovely communications team, giving out you guys the details.
Wonderful. Sounds good. Thanks, Zane.
And Afshin, we can also contact you. I know you guys have done it, I think last year, or maybe the year before. So we can contact you guys and get a bin there as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so last year we had worked directly with the local organization, but if there's some other options, we'd love to coordinate with you guys and work together.
Okay, sounds great. We'll get in contact with you. Thanks, Afshin.
I think
Appreciate it. Thank you.
something that we did in Michigan last year that for Attitude of Gratitude was we raised money for the 5 Zoroastrian charities in India that we visited on Return to Roots. And I think we raised like $650. And in Michigan. And so like it's just money we're raising, and then we transfer it to Arzan, and Arzan goes on these events. So the next one is happening in March next year. So I don't know, I started collecting a bit of money from Michigan, but like that's an easy one, and we know firsthand that it goes to like Zoroastrians that are very well needing it. So, and it goes to a good place.
I also wanted to add something about the Houston Congress. There's one day meant for WZCC. Kimia talked about it earlier, but I can confirm it from the Houston people on the call. But I think there's also a trip to the museum there. There's a very beautiful fine arts museum in Houston, and there's going to be a Zoroastrian exhibit in that museum. So those if you are there, might consider taking that opportunity to see that. I think there's something to be said about display of Zoroastrian artifacts and our history and culture, especially from ancient Iran. Cyrus the Great, for example, the cylinder of Cyrus. And there's so much of our ancient Iranian history that we can relate to. So I just wanted to bring that up if it's not covered yet.
Amazing. And then we'll wrap up today with, if you want more of us, the same link that you used to get on this AGM call today at 9 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. PST. We have our normal ZYNA hangouts on Sundays, and we talk, we play Scribblio, we do a bunch of stuff. So we would love to see you there if you're open to seeing us again tonight. So thank you so much, Alexis. We appreciate you. And with that, I think we'll wrap up, and we appreciate seeing all of you today. Anything else you guys want to say, Anahis and Pravash?
No, just thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing all the applications too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Jennifer, are we
Thank
staying
you
or are we
for
leaving?
joining, Jennifer. Oh, no, I just stayed back to see if Jennifer's gonna
Yeah, it's been recording the whole time. You want me to stop recording?
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah,